Greetings, this is Canon Lowy, the Arknights story clipper, and in the past I have done some community posts mentioning the Arknights content creator Danbo. And if you've never heard of Danbo, he is a Arknights content creator that uses only Elite Zero units, so he doesn't promote any of his operators past the max level at Elite Zero. So he has made some incredible feats with another Elite Zero content creator that he usually collaborates with, Iron Cobra, and he has done some stuff like beating WDEX8 challenge mode with Elite Zero only. So on my very first live stream, I have told the story to my live audience there about how I met Danbo over time, because there was actually quite a fascinating story to that. So today I wanted to share that story for anyone who did not tap into that stream. So yes, my very first Arknights live stream, with absolutely no live streaming experience whatsoever, managed to be 6 hours. So, yes. So, to start off, I am going to be starting at the first timestamp, just so that there is a bit more context of why the topic of Danbo got brought up in the first place in that free chatting session. And then the main part of the story starts at that timestamp down below. But without further ado, this is how I met Danbo. For 4K clips. Yeah. The funny thing is that the only reason why I do 4K clips is because I actually have a pretty powerful computer. And so it was kind of one of those things where I really have no excuse not to do 4K video, and also hardly anyone that I've seen really does 4K video for Arknights content, so I figured, why not? You know, even though that is completely unnecessary and overkill, I figured, why not? And then I can, and then, well, if I wanted to, I could talk to Danbo and be like, where's your 4K video? Because I actually know, know Danbo enough from conversations with him. Well, the funny thing is that since I brought up Danbo, Danbo commented on a video that I made on Annihilation 10, I think it was. It was like Fartooth is too good on Annihilation 10 or something. And he commented on it, asking about how I made my videos in 4K. And later on, when I did my Q&A for the first year anniversary of the channel, he asked me a number of questions. And at that point, I didn't know anything about him whatsoever. Because I don't really look for Arknights YouTube channels too often. As ironic as that sounds, I don't really watch too much Arknights content on YouTube. But he commented later, or I found one of his videos in my recommended. It was like the most meme Arknights account or something, and I watched that, and I was thinking to myself, this is someone I recognize from my Q&A video. What does this person make for YouTube content? And I found out that from that video that he does Elite Zero runs, and that was something that I only just recently found out that was even a thing. And then I commented on his video, and he was happy to see me on his channel, and we comment on each other's stuff, and I would say we're good acquaintances. I would consider him a friend at this point. I don't know Iron Cobra enough to necessarily call him that, but Iron Cobra seems to be a good content creator as well that works with Danbo a lot. So, and the funniest thing is that Danbo did a Q&A after me, and he had a question about like making friends, and Danbo answered like, just talk to people, try or put yourself out there, and you just never know. You have to be friendly yourself in order to make friends. And
a question not related to Arknights. How do we make friends? 3 things come to mind. Work on improving yourself, improving your skill set. And once you improve yourself, you'll start having friends, is to have a common interest with one another. Communicate more with each other, interact with each other, and hopefully become friends to some extent. But I think the most important part is to just take more risks. If you're shy, acknowledge that, but then talk to people anyway. It's better to take risks now rather than to live with regret of not taking a risk later.
I would have never known him if he didn't comment on his on my videos, and because if I would have saw that thumbnail, and I probably have before, of that one specific video, I would not have recognized him, and was curious enough to find out what content he makes. So it's definitely something out there that I keep being surprised by how many Arknights content creators there are for all kinds of different things. And I was planning on making a video on it at one point, and I probably won't now, but I was thinking about making a video at one point before that was about what surprised me about the Arknights community, and it would pretty much be about how many new players there are, especially on the JP side. Like, there are so many VTubers that have, like, at least decent models for the most part, that are new to Arknights, and is just crazy. Because I would not have expected that from the JP side, considering that Arknights is much bigger there. So, and then on top of that, I would have mentioned on the global side Danbo and Iron Cobra about their what they make, and there's of course niches like using only one specific type of operator, caster knights, sniper knights, defender knights, and whatnot. I will say though that when it comes to, I guess, bigger YouTube channels, I think Danbo is probably like the only one that I have really talked to that is on the bigger side, like over like multiple thousand subs. So I will mention that, but I mean, there are many commenters that are smaller channels that have a few hundred and stuff, that try to make their own content and everything, and I was just like that. I doing my own thing, and I really resonate with that. But yeah, if Danbo ever watches this, which I kind of doubt it, because I would have expected him to comment by now if he was. Yeah, if he didn't comment on my videos, I would not have known about him, and I wouldn't have probably watched his channel at all, and I wouldn't have known Iron Cobra whatsoever, because I don't think Iron Cobra has ever commented on any of my videos. I mean, if he has, I must have missed it, so. And that wraps up the story. But given that this was from a live stream, I also wanted to share the comments from the live chat as well. And lastly, I wanted to also share this comment from Plague, who was in the live chat, who made this comment after the stream ended. And they also mention about the microphone problem that I've had in the past, and I still haven't fixed it, so that's why I haven't done any live streams for quite a while at this point. But I really enjoyed reading this comment. So, Danbo, whenever you get around to watching this, I am very eager to know your perspective on the events that I mentioned in that story, and if there's anything that I missed, and what really stood out to you. So, thanks for the comments, man. I really appreciate it. And I really enjoyed telling this story, and I really hope all of you enjoyed listening. And with that, I'm going to be signing off. So, as always, stay sane, doctors.